Hello, I'm Min Kobayashi, and today I'm going to try to talk about 22 books in under 5 minutes. This is my recently read from February and the first half of March. And I Darken by Kiersten White. I read this as well as Now I Rise. I absolutely love them. It's a story about Vlad the Impaler, but if she was a woman, and her brother Radu, who is the most adorable person and is kind of like Dante from Aristotle and Dante Discovered the Secrets of the Universe. He's sweet and amazing, and it has them from growing up as kids until they're teenagers in the first book, and it's set in the Ottoman Empire. Middle Eastern rep. School's Out Forever by James Patterson. I'm still on the fence on whether I'm going to continue. Anyways, it's about mutant bird people, secret forces that are trying to get them to save the world. Okay, then I read The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. This is a memoir, growing up in a family that just kind of went everywhere, and her parents are not very fond of work and are kind of terrible people. If you're going to read this, I think I counted 6 counts of rape or sexual assault, either on or off screen. Okay, so I gave 4 stars to And I Darken, I gave 3 stars to Now I Rise, I gave 2 stars to School's Out Forever, and I gave 2 stars to The Glass Castle. A Midsummer's Night Dream I also gave 2 stars, and it's by William Shakespeare. Love goes crazy. It's a true comedy with all the bizarreness. Then I read The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I did not win an award for my favorite Shakespearean play. I read Dear Martin, which was by Nick Stone. This was a 5-star book, the first one since the summer of last year, and I absolutely loved it. It has to do with racial identity and this boy that's to be more like Dr. King after is put in jail for helping his biracial girlfriend, who he's like, why would I be arrested when, you know, she was drunk and trying to drive and I was trying to stop her. Liked The Hate U Give, but I didn't think it was executed as well as it could be, and I feel like this book was executed really well. Paraphrasing a quote, which is like, I've been judged every day for the skin that I've worn. How could I judge the woman I love based on hers? Boom! For those who are against biracial marriage or dating. I read The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 4 stars. And then There Was None by Agatha Christie. Very original, very cool with like the rhyme and everything like that. If I hadn't spoiled myself, I probably wouldn't have figured out who the murderer was. Anyways, it was genius. Out of the Silent Planet by C.S. Lewis. It has to do with kidnapping this dude and going to a planet that happens to be Mars. Not that spoilery. He's a linguistic guy and learns about their culture. It's set as a sci-fi, but it doesn't have that many sci-fi things. It's literally just fantasy put in space. J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis decided that they were going to retell mythic stories and like hero things that had been subjected to being children's literature and presenting it to an adult. Since J.R.R. Tolkien was working on Lord of the Rings, that he would do that, and C.S. Lewis would work on sci-fi. They later both are more famous for their fantasy. However, this was him just being like, I still want to write fantasy, but I'm going to write in space. I'm probably going to continue on the series. I thought it was very delightful. The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. This is about these people that are like going to California to find work in the Great Depression. Is banned in a lot of places for promoting socialism. I gave it 2 stars though because it was kind of boring. Good job on the concept, John Steinbeck. Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. I gave this book 3 stars. It is about a home for people that have been to magical worlds, and it wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but it was pretty cool. I wish it had more world building in it. Characters were all very unique, and diversity was very present in the book. The main character is asexual, which I identify with the asexual community. And I've never ever read a story that is outwardly said to be asexual. You can have no sexual feelings and still be romantically involved in people. Thank you very much, Seanan McGuire. And I finished Beowulf, the first epic poetry fiction thing in English, although if you were to read the non-translated version it wouldn't really seem like English. I gave this 3 stars, and it has beautiful writing. The Lady of Shalott by Lord Tennyson. I gave this one 3 stars as well. I have wanted to read it since I first read Anne of Green Gables almost 10 years ago. The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll writing, and I thought this poem was very great and kind of kooky. Little Red Riding Hood, original tale by Charles Perrault. 2 stars. Very much a warning that you should not associate with men, and they will take advantage of you if you do. I always find it weird when they make it a romance. Beauty and the Beast by Marie Dumont. This is very different than every other adaptation I have ever seen of it. I loved it, and I might do a whole video on it. I gave it 4 stars. Many monsters wear the form of a man, but it's better to have the heart of a man and wear the form of a monster. Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. This is a East Indian retelling of the Evil Queen, and it was quite good. It had its ups and downs, but overall I thought it was marvelous. Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I gave this one 3 stars as well. This was my first introduction to Leigh Bardugo, and I thought it was very great. I thought the characters were quite realistic. The Flash Volume 1, Lightning Strikes Twice. I have been wanting to read Flash comics for a while because I'm a huge Flash fan. Understand one of the characters, Godspeed, really focuses on justice and what different interpretations of justice are, and friendship holding on through everything, and I thought it was lovely, and I'm going to continue on. The Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare. Though it may seem like she is domesticized as a woman. I really think that she is only playing the role of a domestified woman, but she's smarter than them all. Fifth torn up version as You Like It by William Shakespeare. I gave this one 2 stars. Thought it was great. Rosalind is like a super high feminist. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives. Shot down. Satire of courtly love, and I thought it was lovely. I got this version, which is a manga adoption of it, and I'm gonna read that soon. Probably more than 5 minutes, but have you ever heard me talk this fast? I hope that you have a wonderful time. Tell me what you think of these books if you have read them, what you've read these last months, and which is your favorite.
But I know he'll appear, though I seem a bit bipolar.